Hello and welcome to this year's submission or addition to the Make a Film during the Oscars. Um, Instead of being a bit more of a story, I think due to sort of lack of time, I don't really have time to make something with a lot of complexity. So I thought for this year I'll try my hand at improvising, which is obviously what I've been doing before, but before there's a bit more of a plan to it. Now this year it's a lot more sort of here's a prompt, see what happens. I can't promise that any of it will be good. I can't promise that any of it will be funny or thought-provoking or deep, but what I can say is I'm going to give it my best shot. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use a website called Can I Get Her? Can I Get Her? Which is basically just here to give me prompts. It's gonna give me a location or a word or a relationship, and I'm gonna build a story off of that. Hopefully, I don't have any experience in improv, as you will very quickly realise. But this is just something silly and a little bit of fun, and obviously it's going to be easy to edit this all together because it's just going to be one thing after another. I don't know how long this is going to end up being. It really depends on how I feel about the results. But this is all in the good spirit of the idea of what we're all doing, which is basically just using the time that we have to just make something. That's how I've always interpreted it. And while there is the whole thing about it being a feature, I think it's fine if we all just sort of make whatever. I think that, and I guess that's the main point. Just make something, put something out into the world. So this is what I'm putting out into the world, for better or for worse. Hopefully for better, even if it's just by a minuscule amount. We'll see how this goes. I genuinely don't know how this is going to go. Probably not very well. But let's see. So I'm going to click one of these buttons. I think I'm going to start with location. So we're going to do a location-based improv situation. I'm going to do a simple, I think, a 2-character setup. So we have, one character looking this way, one character looking this way, and maybe edit between the two, depending on how I feel, or edit between the two to see what happens. I don't know. Who knows? Again, I'm making this up on the spot. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to actually start with location. Here we go. What have we got? Don't know what that is. Playground. Okay. It's good to start with something you know. Okay. Something that, I guess, yeah. Because the other thing I had no idea. There you go. I've shown myself as being uncultured and unknowing, which is, again, not a good sign for someone who's got to use knowledge to sort of build on. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm rambling too much. This is supposed to be something creative, something new and fresh, and hopefully it will be. But let's get started with the playground. Oh my! Oh, it is such a hot and sunny day. Such a hot and sunny day. My goodness me. And what a perfect day to go to the playground. Wouldn't you say so, little Timmy?
Yes, I would, Father. It's a wonderful day to go to the playground. But there's one thing that I'd like to ask of you, Father.
Yes, little Timmy, what is it that you'd like to ask of me on this most wonderful of days?
Oh, Father, Oh, Father, one of the things I've always wanted is a lovely ice cream at the playground. Look, there's a man over there, and he's selling lovely, lovely ice cream. Can we go, Father? Please, can we go?
Well, son, it depends if you've been a good boy or not. Have you been doing your homework at school? I mean, I've been talking to some of the teachers and they've been giving me, well, let's just say, not so hopeful remarks.
Oh, Father, don't you understand? They're a bunch of bastards, they are at school. Those teachers, pardon my French. But they're a bunch of bastards and liars. They don't know the first thing about teaching.
My boy, those teachers are putting their lives on the line to teach little hoodlums like yourself. And you know, I was never the expert in school. I've always thought of myself as a practical man with practical sensibilities. But you are my son, little Timmy. You are my son, and for that reason alone, you need to be booking up your ideas at school. So, will you book up your ideas at school?
Oh, yes, Father, I will. Don't worry, I'll work hard, but on the condition that you get me that ice cream.
I know, that's the deal, son. This ice cream hinges on you promising to becoming a better student in your future. School is an important time in your life. It's fleeting and it goes like that. It goes. It goes.
Oh, Daddy, what's making you so upset? Why are you crying so?
Because those were the halcyon days, my boy. Those were the days where you could run around and have fun on the playground, and if you do it now as an old man like me, little Timmy, it just doesn't look right. Doesn't look right.
Father, I promise I will make the best use of my time at school. And I will enjoy that ice cream. And I will make sure my grades go to the top of the class. The top of the class, I tell you. Do we have a deal?
Yes, my son. We do have a deal. I will get you an ice cream. Come with me. Come with me. Good man. My boy and I would very much like to purchase 2 ice creams. What ice cream would you like to buy? Little Timmy, would you like to go first with your order? I'm still deciding on which ice cream I'd like.
Oh, good man. I would like a Flake 99 ice cream, please. The soft serve kind. I would love that.
Ah, he's promised to be a good boy at school for it. You would like the soft-serve Flake 99 ice cream? It reminds me of my days back in Hyurpska. Where's that? It does not exist anymore. It is a place that was very dark. But we had a very nice man. He would give us ice cream on Fridays. Indeed, it was the Flake 99 soft serve ice cream that he liked to bestow upon us. And so, my child, I will bestow it upon you for the cheap price of £1.50. Well, very well. Would you say that?
I would. Well, very well. Well, very well indeed. I will take that. And Flake 99 soft serve ice cream off your hands for £1.50. What about you, Father? Would you do much the same?
No. I'm watching my waist. I'm going on a diet. So, I will have a chalk ice. A chalk ice? I see. You are a man who has uncultured tastes. I know. I just want something simple. Can you do that for me? The chalk ice is for you an appropriate choice, but I can only bestow it upon you for the cheap price of 50 pence. 50 pence for a chalk ice? 50 pence for a chalk ice? Oh, those halcyon days certainly are gone, my son. They certainly are. Well, I have the money. I have the money for all of the ice cream that you will bestow upon us. Please, take it. Thank you. Yes, this money will pay for your ice creams. Good. I will serve them to you. One soft serve ice cream, Flake 99, very sexy. And the chalk ice. There you go, kind sir. Thank you very much. Thank you kindly. Say thank you very much, little Timmy.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm going to enjoy my ice cream.
They do surprise you every time, don't they? Yes, I had my own child in my own country, but my country does not exist anymore. And the child? It was dark days. He is currently staying with his mother in Norwich. Norwich! Oh my God! Oh my God, indeed. Well, thank you, kind sir. We will enjoy our ice creams. Hopefully you'll be able to see your child at some point soon. I see him on weekends. I go on train. He is happy. His wife, not so happy. But that is life. Indeed it is. Thank you very much. Right, let's go and play on the swing set. And obviously have our ice creams as well. Thank you, kind sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you kindly. Bye.
And so concludes our first story, Playground, which ended up being about ice cream. Now, what does that story teach us about life? Well, I think it teaches us that life comes in many different flavours. And people come from many different backgrounds. And so, never judge an ice cream by its cover. Or something like that. Try and add some profound meaning to that. Yeah, I'm sure there's something there. Okay, we're going to now move on to the next part of the film, where I'm going to choose a relationship. So we're going to see what relationship I need to portray in this next part here. An X-ray tech and a doctor. Okay. Okay. I don't really know what. Okay, an X-ray tech and a doctor. Sure. Let's see what happens. Here we go. X-ray tech and a doctor. Clean, must clean the stains from my skin. Clean. No, I'll never be clean, not after that. Not after that ordeal. Doctor, sorry to burst in on you, but I have the X-rays from the previous patient. Remember Mrs. Norris? No, Mrs. Norris, no. The screaming is normal, Mrs. Norris. That's normal. The blood is within the body. If you cut the body open, the blood comes out. It's the same as, it's the same as fudge chocolate cake. I think you mean a chocolate fudge cake. Oh, never mind. You cut it open nonetheless, and the chocolate oozes out. Well, the same is the case with the body. The body is the body, and if you cut it open, there is blood inside. And if you cut it open, the blood inside comes out. And if it comes out, it squirts, or it oozes. It depends on the medical condition of the patient. Well, regardless, I have the X-ray here, and it appears there's no other way to say it. It appears there's an iPad stuck inside of her. A what? There's an iPad stuck inside of her. I don't know how she's done it, but it's here. It's in her chest cavity. She's managed to put an iPad inside of her. An iPad? Yes, an iPad. She's managed to put an iPad inside of her body. I don't know what else to say. I've never seen anything like this before. I don't know how she managed to get it inside. I mean, I've checked. It seems to be fully intact as well. The iPad... Right, so you're just seeing a giant square. Will it actually be a rectangle? A rectangle! You're seeing a giant rectangle inside of her body. Well, yes, it's inside of her body. She wasn't wearing any clothes. We had to check. You had to check. Yes, I suppose you did have to check, didn't you? Yes, we had to check to make sure, because why would there be an iPad in front of someone? Sorry, it's such a crazy situation. Why would there be an iPad inside someone? I've seen many things in my time, dear child. I'm 42. I've seen many things in my time, child. And an iPad. An iPad inside of a person is not one I'd expect. It's very, very strange. I just need to... Give me a moment. I just need to get this blood off of me. Your hands are very clean. They are never clean. Okay? In this line of work, you are never clean. You're never clean. The other day, I thought I was clean. I dared to think I was clean. And then someone unleashed their bowels. Yes! It's not a very unusual occurrence here in a hospital, but when it happens, it's a moment. Everyone stops. You see many things in places like this, dear child. Again, I'm 42. I'm 42 years old. I'm not a child. I'm 42. Compared to me, you are a mayfly. Okay, alright. You're just a doctor, mate. You're not... Anyway, look. Okay, how are we going to go about getting this iPad out? Well, it's simple. An incision in the lower half of the body to grasp the part of the iPad that is not obscured or not prevented or blocked by the rib cage. And then we yank it out. Yes, we yank it out. That doesn't seem like medical terminology. Look, for the purposes of this situation, when I use more commonplace language, pretend I'm actually saying scientific words and medical words. Would you do that? Okay, and what if you're saying medical words? Well, they just mean medical words. Okay? They just mean medical words. Anyway, we're going to cut the patient open. Do you remember the patient's name? Nope. No, I don't. No, I don't remember the patient's name. Okay, well, it's all right. It's in the file. It's in the file, is it? Yes, it's in the file. So you can look in the file if you're not sure what the patient's name is. Well, that's fine then. I will look in the file and I will find out what the patient's name is, and then I will take the iPad out of her chest. I will take it out, and I'll remove it, and I will check if it works. I mean, I don't think that's a priority. I think the priority is the patient's health. Whether or not the iPad works is irrelevant. Maybe she sat on it. We haven't done a thorough inspection of her rectum, because we just don't. It's a very invasive thing. Well, all you've got to do, you already took all of her clothes off. You might as well just have a peek underneath. You know what I mean? I don't think. Again, is that something that would be replaced by actual, medical terminology? Have a peek underneath. Well, yes. I think that probably would be replaced by medical terminology. So we just have to pretend I said something that was a bit more professional. Yeah, a bit more. Yeah. So we're going to do the operation. When are we going to do the operation? In this economy? In this world? I don't know. But we are going to do the operation because it's absolutely important that the iPad is removed from the body. Because, it has batteries in it, don't you know? Yes, I do know iPads have batteries in them. I'm not an idiot. Yes. But do you also know that iPads have drugs inside them? Again, probably something to be replaced by actual medical terminology. Yes, I agree. Actual, yeah, because that didn't make any sense. Yes, but okay, look. The iPad is a danger and a threat, so I will schedule her in as soon as possible. But remember, this is a hospital, and hospitals are filled with so many patients with oozing blood, and so it's very difficult to operate right now, this moment. Do you understand that? Yes, I understand that. We will. Okay, you'll sort her out, and then that's fine. I'm just delivering the patient information and the x-ray so you can make a decision. Okay, that's all. Okay, but just we need to get it sorted. We need to get it out of her. I know. Back in the old days it used to be a bit easier. I know you're just a young pup, but back then I could work wonders, But it just feels like we're underfunded. It feels like we're pushed to the side. We're nothing. And we are important. We're a pillar of society, civilization, of life, of humanity. If healthcare goes down the drain, then what are we? We're just dogs fighting over scraps. Look, let me finish washing my hands, and then I'll sort it out. Okay. I've got more x-rays. I'll do that, because that's my job. A doctor? Yes? Take it easy. Yes. I will. Thank you, X-ray tech. Thank you. Off you go. Thank you, sir. Fine, lad. Now get this damn blood out. And that's that. That's the end of the second improv story. This time, all about an X-ray tech and a doctor. Again, I may stress that in any event where there's not specified, but there's professionals involved, and they have professional language as professionals. I may not know the language. Just fill in the gaps. Pretend like I'm saying very clever things. And then everything is fine. Right, so we're going to move on now to the next part. Right, so we've had a story set in a playground about ice cream and an iPad stuck in a patient. We're now going to look at a word. Okay, we're now going to look at a word and see what word we get. And let's see, do I know the word? Map. Okay. Alright, lots of things to do with the map. Let's see how this goes. A map. Okay, so this story is called The Map. Okay. Alright, we're just heading up the motorway now. Can you just check the map to see how things are going? I'm not entirely sure where we're going apart from on the motorway, you know, it's just straight line basically. But I know there's an exit somewhere, right? A big roundabout, something like that.
Oh, aye, there's a turn off somewhere down the line, aye.
Right, Hen. Alright, let's cut out the attitude. Alright, I know I had a bit of an episode back there, alright, Hen, but you know what I mean? Let's just calm down. Alright. When do I turn off? When do I go?
Why should I tell you?
What? What are you saying, Hen? What?
I say, why should I tell you? Why should that? Every single time I say something, you clip my heels, you get on my case.
What are you talking about, Hen? Look, the episode has been and gone, alright? It's history. Right, we're going forward, alright? I can't even speak, alright? I'm so angry from before, but it's alright. I'm calm now. We're going forward, alright? We're not going back. We're not going to go back, alright? So drop it. Just drop it. Just tell me, where are we going? Where do we go off?
Well, if you'd really like to know, we turn off at the next one. Next exit, we go off. And aye, there's a big roundabout. Of course, your ego is bigger.
My ego? What? No. That's unbelievable. Who's clipping heels now? You're saying my ego is bigger than the road? That's insane, man. You know what I could do? I'm in charge of this vehicle. I could turn the fucking wheel. I could turn it. I could do that. I'm not gonna do it, obviously, but I could. Your life is in my hands.
Aye, but your life is in your hands as well. So if you kill me, you kill yourself.
Not necessarily. It's been proven that actually if you're in the driving seat, you are 50% more likely to avoid death.
Where'd you read that from? Bullshit fucking website, aye.
No, I just know it, alright? I got a friend, I got a pal, alright? His name's Dean. Dino, I call him. He knows all sorts. You know, he just knows everything. He tells you whatever you want to know. And he also tells you facts. Every single day, he goes, alright mate, how you doing? Here's a fact for you. And he gives you a fact. It's true. Love Dino.
Aye, 'cause you know what he did with Suzanne.
That stuff with Suzanne, it was nothing. Alright, Dino's a good lad. Alright, Suzanne, you know what she's like when she gets a few drinks on her, you know what I mean?
Aye, but you know what she told me? She told me he's, a bit, lacking.
Lacking? So, hold on a minute. Susan says what she said about Dino. Alright, about him being a bit of a, a ruffian, shall we say. Alright. And then she says he's not got anything down there.
Aye, his basement's empty if you catch my drift.
I do catch your drift. But that's no way to talk about a man. You don't talk about a man's peace like that.
Aye, well you do. Especially if you're like Dino and you do things like that. Honestly, he's a dirty man. I don't know why you hang around him.
I told you, Hen. It's because he gives me facts. He tells me things that I like to know.
Aye, like drivers and the statistic and whatever.
Honestly, you keep clipping my heels, I'll make you a statistic if you're not careful.
Aye. Do away with me. It'll rid me of your annoyance.
You are my annoyance. That's the thing. You're the annoying thing here, not me. I'm just a driver. I'm driving. All right. I'm gonna just keep driving and exit. What was the number of the exit?
I don't know. Let me just check the map. Oh, aye. Number 14.
Hen. We just passed 14.
What?
We just passed 14.
What do you mean we just passed 14?
I mean, we just passed exit 14. What else can I mean? You think I'm talking about age or something?
No, look, it's been a long day, alright? I'm looking at a map. Why am I looking at a map? Why can't we just use the Google Maps or whatever you've got?
Because I told you, Hen. I don't like technology. It's too loud. Every time I'm driving on the road, it goes,
after 400 yards, turn right.
I don't care, alright? I like it when you're telling me where to go.
Aye, you like me telling you what to do? Aye. I wish you listened a bit more. I wish, in other places you could maybe like what I'm telling you.
Oh, I told you, it was an episode, Hen. It was an episode. We don't need to go into it, alright? Right. So but it was 14, you're sure?
Aye, it was 14.
So we missed it. We just missed it. We missed the turning. So we gotta just go around. We go off at 15, come round, and then go back, and then exit off 14 again. My God, Hen, this is such a palaver.
Palaver? Aye, was that Dino? Did he tell you that word?
Oh, shut up, will you? Look, we've got to go along this road now. What'd you like that?
Why is it?
Why is it? Funny.
I say, why is it?
There's just a T-Rex just in the middle of the field. That's a bit weird, isn't it?
I know, it's probably advertising something. Look, can we just get off at 15?
I can't bring it forward to me. I can't just go like that and then we're at exit 15. I've got to drive,
Yeah, bring it forward to...
No, I'm not. I'm not actually. I'm driving forward. I'm not bringing it forward towards me. I'm not dragging the dirt towards me. I'm not stationary and it's not coming towards me in that way. I'm not pulling it towards me.
Hey, will you calm down, please? It was just a wee funny observation.
Funny wee observation. Aye. Always a funny wee observation with you, isn't it? Honestly. But why was it T-Rex? I mean, why you... Of all the things...
You're talking about it.
I don't get it. Why would you put a T-Rex in the middle of the theatre?
Because you're talking about it. That's why. Because you're advertising something. I said, why don't you ever listen to me? Oh, except when I'm reading this poxy little map. Yeah, when I tell you it's 14, you just ignore me.
I didn't ignore you. I didn't. I don't remember. Sorry, I don't remember ignoring you. I don't remember that. I remember asking you. You tell me 14 as we were passing 14. So what am I supposed to do? I'm not Superman. I can't make time go backwards. I mean, if I did, all the things that I'd sort out, if I could travel back in time.
Aye, what would you sort out? Go on, what would you do? What would you sort out if you could travel back in time?
Oh, many things. Maybe meeting you, that's the one thing.
Oh, aye. I seem to remember when we first met, it was the greatest night of your life. I remember you telling me a few times. The night sky, it was lovely and warm. And we danced our night away to Africa by Toto. I remember it. It was a beautiful night. You were so cold back then, and now you're just cold.
Oh, aye, that's very good wordplay. Aye. I was cool. Now I'm cold. Aye, that's very good. No, I wouldn't actually do that. I do love you as much as I do shout at you and have my episodes. Alright, put my hands up. Well, not both of them because of the wheel, but, I've had my episodes. Anyway, look, if I could go back in time, I think I'd make it so that everything was right with the world.
Everything was right? What does that mean? Everything was right with the world? Aye. What was it? By doing what? What would you do?
I don't know, I'd just do things differently. I'd look at the bad things that are happening throughout history and go, hey, lads, let's just calm down, shall we?
Oh, you'd be a peacekeeper? Oh, so Hitler's going around Europe and he's blowing people up and you just say, no, stop it, Hitler. What, you think he's going to be convinced by it?
I think he would. I think I could give him a good talking to. Good talking to. I could, reason with him.
You could reason with Hitler?
I could. Aye. Remember old MacDonald?
Aye, yeah, he had a farm. Ha 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 ha. No, sorry, yeah. He had a farm.
Yes, he did have a farm. By coincidence, he did have a farm. And he had that problem with the cow. Do you remember that? With the cow. The cow was running around and I was going, hey, calm down. You know what the cow did?
Well, what did the cow do?
The cow calmed down. Right, it stopped. It looked at me and it's like it knew. It knew I was, telling it what to do and it knew what I was saying.
Right. So, what's that got to do with Hitler?
I'm just saying, if I saw Hitler, I'd say, hey, stop, man, stop it, hey, stop it, a big man, hey.
You should just call Hitler a big man.
No, I mean, I try and get on his good side.
You try and get on his good side? Are you trying to decry his war crimes, or are you trying to have a pint with him? What's going on?
Look, can you just calm down, Hen?
What was that?
Just calm down, alright? Calm down, Hen, alright? Just calm down. Look, I don't know what I'd say, but I find the words to say it, and that's what we got to do. Go through different moments in history, and I just say the right thing.
Just say the right thing? Oh, it's so easy. If it's so easy, why don't you just say the right thing now? Why do you struggle to say the right thing in present time? What could possibly make a difference between now and the past? I'll be honest. You very rarely find the right words for anything.
What are you talking about? Dino says I'm a very good talker.
Aye, Dino, with his, what's it?
I told you don't talk about a man's, area. You can't do it, Hen. You can't. It's just not right. But look, he bigs me up, alright? He bigs me up.
Oh, I see. So it's not really about the facts or anything. It's about bigging you up.
As I said before, he says what I want to hear. And sometimes you just got to hear what you want to hear. And is that a crime? Is that a crime? Honestly. I know I'm imperfect, Hen, but, sometimes you just want to, have someone big you up. To have a moment where you feel like you're in control. To have a moment where you feel like a titan.
15 just gone by.
For fuck's sake, why did you stop me? Honestly, why are you letting me say words? That's 2. That's the second exit we missed now. We're gonna have to go to 16. Oh my god. We're supposed to be getting home by 7. We're not gonna get home by 10 now.
Well, you should have been focusing on the road. A good driver.
Aye, a good driver. Yeah, you could do any better.
Maybe I could. Why couldn't I drive better?
'Cause you haven't passed your driving test. I seem to remember you had several failures, while I only failed on my first go. I passed on my second.
It's quite hard, the test.
Aye, I do. That's why I failed it the first time. But I did a good job on the second go.
Right. Okay. I just think, you should... I don't know.
No, go ahead, Hen. No, since we've got another stretch of motorway to go before the next exit, please do tell me about your experiences with driving school and how somehow that makes you qualified to tell me how to drive.
Look, I'm sorry. First of all, I'm sorry. But the second part is, driving is difficult, alright? It was stressful for me. I got my hang with vibes.
Vibes?
Aye, the guy in the car, the instructor, he wasn't he was a bit...
What, he was a bit handsy? Why didn't you tell me? I would have punched his lights out.
It's before I met you. He was just... And besides, it wasn't that. It was just... He was very, very serious. I feel like serious people, you can't have any wiggle room, you know what I mean? Anyway, I couldn't understand it. I couldn't get it. Anyway, I just hope that maybe he'd allow a few mistakes to go.
Allow a few mistakes to go in a test, a driver's test. You know, they're notoriously terrible with that. They don't let anything go. I think the first one I failed because I sneezed. The man couldn't take it. He was like, "Don't sneeze in my vehicle." It wasn't even his. It was the driving instructor's. Not the test examiner guy. It was the driving instructor's car. Like, so the examiner, he was just angry at me. Honestly, these people. Can he take it, Hen? Can he take it?
Look, I think we both got our own issues, alright? I got my vibes thing. I don't like dealing with serious people, but, you know, you're alright. You're alright.
Well, thank you. I'm glad after 10 years of marriage you've decided that I'm alright. Thank you, Hen. Thank you very much.
16's coming along.
Aye. We'll have to go around again, though. Obviously, that's just the way it is, isn't it? Anyway.
I'm sorry. Alright, I'm sorry about earlier. I'm sorry.
It's alright. Look, we both had an episode. Let's just get home, have some tea, and watch something. Alright? What do you want? Netflix? TV?
I don't mind. Just something light and fluffy. Today's just been a long day.
I know. Anyway. Of course, Dino used to say, don't. Just don't. I was just saying, you know, in situations where there's like not much chat, Dino used to say, it's good to reminisce when you don't have anything to say.
He said that. Dino said that.
Maybe. I could claim it for myself. Dino doesn't have to have everything.
You should. See how he likes it. Carry on, driver. Carry on.
I will. Let's reminisce as well, eh? Remember that time? There we go. Alright, well that went on for way longer than I expected, but you know, I just sort of found the flow of it. So that was the map. So I hope you appreciated that story about a marriage that is just sort of a slice of life marriage story. So yeah, inspired for sure by the works of Limmy. Anyway, I think we're going to do maybe one more. I think we have time for one more improv story, and then we'll call it quits, I think. So here we go. I think this time we're going to go for location again as the final final story. Cockpit. Okay, so we're in a plane. Okay, right. So we're in a cockpit. So here's a conversation between captain and the first crew member, or pilot and co-pilot. We'll keep it simple. Pilot and co-pilot. Here we go. Right. So. British Airways, flight 455, proceeding to takeoff sequence. Roger, taking her up now. Thank you very much and good day. Good day. Right. Okay, and we ease her up. There we go. And throttle going up. Yes, okay, very nice. Okay, we've got a bit of speed now. Okay, and as you know, what we need to do is we need to pull up, and then we go up in the air. Okay, so just pull up. There we go. Nice and easy. Very good. Flying up high in the sky. Excellent. Very good. Okay, look at that. There we go. Okay, right. Lovely. Okay. And let me just fiddle around with these instruments, and then we'll be up in the air with autopilot. It's an easy job, isn't it? Yeah, I suppose it is. I mean, it's so crazy. I mean, you can just do all of this. It's mad, isn't it? How far we've come. There was a period where this whole thing would have been considered just a crazy imagination of a mad person. Yes, but it was always possible, wasn't it? In the theory, my good boy, in the theory. Yes, of course. Once the theory confirms something can be done, it's just a matter of time before it can be done. It's the simple fact of life. Theory becomes practical. Sure thing. Yeah, I mean, it's very apt and very accurate description of the world. Just one thing, though. Yes? I don't think we remembered to put the passengers on. You sure? Yeah, I don't remember the passengers ever getting on the plane. Because usually, like, we open the door and we say, hello, 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 and I don't remember doing that. I'm sure we did that. I'm sure we did that. I mean, I remember... Oh, do I? I'm pretty sure we let the passengers on. I'm pretty sure we did. I mean... That would be weird, though, if we left the airport without any passengers. I mean, we went through so much. We did. We went through a lot of the routines. We went through a lot of the checks. We checked, double-checked, triple-checked, and... I can't remember the passengers getting on the plane. This is beginning to make me a bit nervous. We could get up and check. I mean, the autopilot is on. Maybe it's one of those things where you do something like a lot, like you mentioned. Maybe it's like a routine, and we did it a lot, and then we just sort of forgot because our brains just went, well, that's not important information. Yeah, but I don't know, it feels a bit strange, this one. It feels like actually we may have actually forgotten the passengers, like they may actually not been there. You're saying actually a lot. I know I say actually a lot, but I'm nervous. I repeat myself when I'm not sure of things, and that's the thing. It's you're so sure of things when you're a pilot. You go up, and the plane goes up. You pull back, the plane goes up. You push down, the plane goes down. You turn. It's fairly straightforward. It usually works. It's so simple. But maybe that's the thing. And that's the question, isn't it? If we've both forgotten the passengers, what else have we forgotten? I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure if we just check with the hostess or the host or whatever, with the staff, we check with the staff, I'm sure they will say what is, what's going on. So let's just check. Yeah, can any staff members just come to the cockpit for a second? We just have a very important question. Thank you. Okay, hopefully they'll come through. I mean, I've used the intercom. It's simple. It's simple. Okay. Just for peace of mind. Hello there, gentlemen. Does there seem to be a problem? Now, okay, you've crossed through the passage. Sorry, I don't think I quite understand. You've gone through the cockpit door, haven't you? Yes, I have. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in the cockpit right now. I'd be in the back of the plane. Or I'd be in the bit of the plane before the cockpit. But yes, I would not be in the cockpit. But I am currently in the cockpit, so obviously, makes sense that I've gone through the door. Yeah, I mean, okay, we don't need to get into the areas. We have a simple question for you. A simple question? Right, okay. Didn't expect a pop quiz on the flight. I usually have my duties to do, go through, make sure all the seats are nice, make sure all the snacks are in order, make sure coffee is hot and such. But sure, what is your question? Um, now, don't think us as stupid for thinking this. Oh, stupid? No, you're both pilots. Pilots aren't stupid. You can't be stupid. You're pilots. It's not possible for you to be stupid. You do lots of things like maths and stuff. You can't possibly be stupid. So, no question that you could possibly ask would be stupid. And also, there is the old adage, there are no stupid questions. Anyway, sorry, what's the question? Um, well, there's no easy way to say this, but did we put passengers on the plane? Did you what? Well, do we have passengers on the plane? Simple question. Well, I believe so, yes. It would be a bit strange if we didn't have passengers on the plane. Oh, okay. No, that's it. That's fine. That's fine. You know, we were just a little bit worried we'd taken off and not had any passengers. Yeah. Silly us. Sorry. It's just one of those things where, you know, you're sort of going through the routine of it and you kind of forget, you know, you're sort of doing things without thinking. So obviously the passengers are on the plane. Well, yes. I mean, one hopes so, yes. One hopes so. What do you mean by that? What does that mean? Well, one would hope that passengers are on the plane. Right. Sorry. Sorry, is this like sarcasm or is this like your British sarcasm? Like, is it, this doesn't sound like, is this sarcasm? What? What? I mean, you would hope that there are passengers on the plane. Are there, or are there not passengers on the plane? Well, you mean you don't know? You don't know? You don't know if there are passengers on the plane? You're out there and you don't know? Well, I mean, I'm not saying that, you know. I'm just, you know, you go through the motions of things and you know, you focused on your tasks and I mean, I don't remember any passengers getting on the plane. You don't remember any passengers getting... So, hold on. Have we taken off without any passengers? I'm sure we have passengers. I can go back and I can check. I can go back. I can go out. I'll be back in a jiffy, and I can tell you for sure, with uncertain doubt, that there are passengers on the plane. The thing is, the door is closed. Yes, and you can open the door. Well, the slight problem with this plane is the door kind of... It's a little bit fiddly. You're joking. I've been on this plane several times. I don't remember the door ever being that fiddly. Yeah. Well, not on land, not when you're on the ground, but, you know, when you're flying, it I don't know, it just doesn't open. I'm pretty sure I've gone to the toilet on this plane. I've had to go through that door to go to the toilet. Have you, though? Have you actually had to go through that door to go to the toilet? Can you actually remember that happening? I mean, I'm pretty sure I have. I don't like what's happening here. I mean, look, I mean, it's a cockpit door. How strong could it be? It's pretty strong, you know. It's designed to stop terrorists from getting in and, you know, taking over and, you know, doing another 9/11, and that would be a terrible, frightful shame, wouldn't it? Yes, it would, obviously. But I mean, you know, we could give it a good bash, give it a good one, 2, 3 punch. You know, we can open it. It's fine. I really don't think that that's a viable option. And also, what if you try and open the door and you hurt something? Well, we're not going to die opening the door. I mean, you do have a point. I mean, it's like, you know, if you injure yourself, you know, we've got an injured pilot. You're the co-pilot. You're here to help me in case something goes wrong. I mean, look, you are younger, and you're American. You can open the door. Why does me being American have anything to do with it? Well, it's the fact that it's bizarre that you're here in the first place. It's kind of strange that an American would be here, but it is what it is. But look, you just open the door, and then everything will be fine. You really want me to knock open that door? You want me to do it? Well, otherwise, we're going to have to wait until we land before we realize if we have passengers or not. And honestly, I do not think it would be a wise idea to wait that long to confirm whether or not we have people who should be on the flight. I mean, it is an absolute crime that you don't even realize. You don't even know. It's a crime that I don't know. It's a crime that I don't know. But you're a pilot, you're a co-pilot. The fact that you two have whipped up this mass hysteria, you should know. You're flying the plane. We're flying the plane. Our main role is flying the plane, not knowing if there are passengers on board. Are you really going to argue that? Yes, actually. Yes, especially compared to you. Your job is actually dealing with the passengers. What I've got to do, or what we've got to do rather, is we've got to pilot the plane for a bit, then leave it for the autopilot, and then we've got to press a button and go, "Ladies and gentlemen, please have a lovely journey. Thank you. Captain Johnson out." Or something to that effect. And then, we make do. And then we land the thing. That's all we need to do. We don't need to go out there and greet them. I mean, that's what you do at the beginning of every flight. You greet them. Look. Okay, whatever. I am going to open the door, okay? I'm going to open the door, and then we will check. We will see if there are any passengers. And if there are no passengers, then we just turn around. Do we, though? Well, of course we turn around. Why wouldn't we turn around? We have no passengers. Yes, but it would look frightfully embarrassing, though, don't you think? No. What do you mean, That's not a good argument. It will look embarrassing regardless. Whether we land at the destination, which is 4 hours away, or whether we turn back, go to the airport, and then go, "Well, shucks, guys, sorry, we forgot you all." We're going to get shouted at regardless. So why don't we go back and see the passengers? Yes, but I'm just now thinking, if there are lots of passengers and they're angry at us, that's a lot of passengers angry at us. You know what I mean? That's 200 and so people shouting in our faces. Have you ever seen inconvenienced airline passengers? They're frightfully scary. Indeed they are. And, we won't be able to live this down. Our reputations would be tarnished. If we have done what we think we've done, our reputations are tarnished, regardless. So why don't we turn back, face the music, and then just fly them back? Do the flight. Pretend, because then, look, they're inconvenienced, but then you've done the flight. Yeah, but that's a lot of people. Okay, if this makes you feel better, we're not facing the passengers. Whoa, what do you mean we're not facing that? No. You two flew the plane. I am not going to take the full blame for this. I have done nothing wrong. You're the one who's supposed to check if there are passengers, and you don't know if there are any passengers. Well, I can't say for sure, but I wouldn't say there are no passengers. I mean, we're on the plane. Oh, I mean, that is true. We are on the plane. Now is not the time for jokes, guys. We need to check. I'm going to open the door. I'm going to get up and I'm going to open the door. Okay, go ahead. Open the door. Go ahead. Be my guest. Yes, try. Keep hitting the door. Keep hitting it. Do you mind if I sit in this chair? I mean, okay. Sorry, I've just always wanted to... Ooh, that is quite nice, isn't it? It is quite nice. I mean, it has to be nice. You have to sit in the chair for a long time. You have to, sit back and relax for a bit, and then when things get scary, when you're trying to land the plane, well, then you've got to be in premium comfort. Yes, indeed we have. Yes. Is it impossible to have this kind of material for the people behind, for the air hostess and such. Well, I don't make the planes, but the cost cutting, stuff like that. I don't think they'll do that. It was worth a shot. Have you broken through the door yet? No, I haven't. Okay, well, that's certainly something, isn't it? Well, what do we do? What do we do? Well, we can just sit back and look at the sky. I mean, it's a beautiful day. I really do love the fact that we have this autopilot feature. It just means that we can just sail on through the sky and enjoy things. Naturally, of course, if things go awry, we can take control and wrestle and, but for 4 hours flying, it's no easy feat. Really? Well, still, it's a nice view, isn't it? Yes, it is. I've broken through! I've broken through! Perfect. And what do you see? Do you see passengers? Nope. No passengers. What do you do? What do we do? I mean, we could just keep flying. We could do that. We could just let the autopilot do its thing. Let the autopilot do its thing. Let the... I mean, I suppose we could just do that. Are you okay? No, I feel very bad. Actually, I feel like the whole point of my life has just snapped like a brittle pencil. They're gonna sink me for this. Good thing you're not on a boat, I suppose. No. This is one crash landing I'm not going to survive from. Fuck. And that's that. That is the cockpit improv story. Yeah, so there's a little common theme there for the problem. I wonder if you picked it up as you were going along. I think it was very subtly layered through like breadcrumbs. But that is it, really. I think that's it for the story. That's it for my submission for this year's Make a Film during the Oscars. Obviously, it would be nice to do something a little bit more sort of high maintenance. I mean, I did have a few other ideas, but at the end of the day, I think this one just felt right for the timings, and just felt very. It just felt right. So, but I enjoyed it a lot, and I recommend this website, canigeta.com, just as a suggestion for possible ideas, and yeah, it's amazing if you just let your mind run and you just do these silly things. You craft a story very, very quickly. So yeah, that's I don't know if any of that was good. Don't know if any of it was funny. It was probably incredibly tedious, but I had fun doing it. So that's the important thing, I suppose. Yeah. So here's to 2025's Oscars movies during the Oscars. And hopefully 2026 will be something a little bit more high maintenance, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you very much for watching, though, and yeah, that's it. Thank you, and goodbye for a year, maybe. I don't know. Bye bye.